Today, I'm sorry, excuse me. I want to talk about living an authentic life. Being who you are when you're alone and being the same person that you are when you're alone when you're with other people. Not wearing a false face, not saying things to make other people feel one way about you, not trying to influence how they feel about you. You just being you in all your imperfect glory, in all your fallibility, your humanness. Those are the people that you can trust. I have not always been an authentic person. I am learning to be an authentic person. I've always been a person you can see what I feel by just looking at my face, reading my body language, or just me telling you what I think, when at times it would have been better to just stay quiet, not speak up. I'm learning that too. But it is important that in order for people to trust you, they need to know that you do not change. Now, I try to tell people, please don't tell me something you don't want anybody else to know, because I can't keep my mouth shut. My aunt and my cousin, this is my dad's twin brother's wife and his daughter, who I consider to be my sister because, as I said, I had 5 brothers, she had 3 brothers. We had no sisters. We were each other's sisters, and our families were very close. In fact, in the olden days, we came down with chickenpox. There were 9 of us then, because my baby brother had yet to be born. But when we came down with chickenpox, our parents brought us all together, made us sleep in the same room so we'd all catch them all together, get them all done. That was before the chickenpox vaccine. I did get the shingles vaccine, which I'm very pleased with, because that same aunt had a horrible case of shingles. And when I learned about the vaccine for shingles, I said to myself, "Self, let's get us one of them." Because we don't want shingles. It hurt her so badly. Being the same person that you are in public as you are in person is an important thing. Being able to speak in a kind way the things that you have to say, if you must say them. I'm a Sagittarius. It's in my head, it's out my mouth, it's on my face. Learning to be kind with other people, whether you like them or not. You do not have to like other people. You do not. But you do have to love the humanity in them that you find in yourself. And just because they sin in a different way doesn't mean that you are better than them, or they are worse than you, or they are better than you. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. Yes, I'm going to call on Jesus today. I am. Because no one understands me better than the one who created me. No one loves me better than the one who created me. Other people's opinions, other people's beliefs are different. I understand that. I respect that. I speak for myself only in that regard. This channel, running away from home, is never going to take off. But it will be here as long as there's a YouTube, as long as there's an internet, for my descendants, my grandchildren, my children. they will always have this small piece of me. The photo that appears on this channel, that was when I was probably, I don't know, yes, I was a nurse. So I was in my 30s when that was taken. So I'm 64. As of December 6th, I was 64. That's a long time and a lot of life. And now I'm on steroids, which makes my face even fatter, which I say knowing that I'm just fat. I say that this is the wrapping paper. This is what the gift comes in. And the gift is you. And you have worth. You have value. You have power. And the goal is to always use that power for good. To always use that power for the best. Yes, you will fail. Yes, I have failed. I have at times used my power to be cutting and cruel and mean. It's brought me no joy. I never feel good after it. Sometimes, when I've said something, which does not happen often, especially witty, snarky, and smart, and in the moment, not something I've thought about later when I say, oh, I could have said that. I have relished that feeling, which is ego. When you get down to it, your ego is your biggest stumbling block. We need the ego because when we're born, we cannot take care of ourselves, and every single thing we need must be provided by someone else. Food, warmth, shelter, safety, everything. So those little tiny creatures that we are, that we begin as, learn their power quickly. And then as you grow to be an adult, I can remember being taught that sharing is the way to do things, that working together is much more important than working individually when it comes to creating something that's much larger than you. Teamwork makes the dream work. My stomach hurts today. It's all about working together to recognize that every single person alive is a human being, and every single person alive you do not have to like, but every single person alive is here on their own journey, making their own way, making their choices the best they can with what they have at the time, or what they see to be the best of what they have at the time. And I'm not going to fault them for that. I will always draw the line at intentionally hurting other people. You do not take away other people's right to vote. People like me who cannot get out of my house really did benefit greatly from being able to have my ballot, my voting ballot, sent here to my home, filled it out, and then Napper hand carried it to the county clerk, which I had to sign that he had permission to do that. But my goodness, you can't close down polling places and leave one polling place for 5,000 people. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I can't convince people that there was no cheating. And if you're an authentic person who does things for good, you won't cheat anyway. You go with the flow of what is happening. You adapt. You adapt to the situation, or you become extinct. There used to be this thing called a dodo bird. It no longer exists. It was unable to adapt. So many things that are so important that get left unsaid. Do not stay in a situation where you feel unsafe. Do not allow others to define you when you feel within yourself that they are wrong. Do not allow other people to silence your voice when you are speaking a truth. Have an opinion that's based on a fact, on facts, on knowledge from sources that are greater than you. You cannot find everything on Google because you probably don't know the right way to pose the question. Sometimes the answer is all about how you ask the question. And that makes sense. That feels right. It does. So, being authentic means you are truthful, you are trustworthy, you are reliable, you know your faults, you admit them, you apologize for them when they hurt other people, you try to remember that was something that hurt somebody else, so do it a different way the next time. Because we are all interconnected. Doing genealogy has taught me so much. We all affect each other. We're all related. We all come from one source. As we've talked about before, Mother Nature or the divine, whichever you want to choose, and you return to that source when this body is done. And what you leave behind as a legacy, if you're authentic, is a person who helped show the world what it means to be a good person, what it means to be someone who cares as much for other people, even people they don't like. You care as much for them as you care about yourself. And if you don't care about yourself, you need to work on that. I spent so much time hating myself, not liking me. And that was because there were truths about me that were hurtful. So I had to change those truths about myself. I had to weed through them, go through them. This is how I am. This is not helpful to me or other people. Change this, Denise. It's hard work. It's worthwhile work. It makes the world a better place. Money is a tool. Money is not the end solution, the end game. Money is a tool used wisely that can help change the world. There is such a thing as enough. There really is. There is a number that is enough, and it covers your housing, which needs to be affordable. It covers your food. It covers your ability to stay warm or cool, depending on where you're living. And let's get to sustainable energy that does not harm the planet, please. It covers your need to be clothed, your need to be able to provide for yourself. It is a tool, and it can be used for good, or it can be used for the gathering of power, buying power. People who are able to be bought, I don't have much respect for them, for that part of their character. But I always wish them well, because everything that you put out comes back to you. It's a trite but true saying, and it's trite and true. I'm feeling kind of in my oats because Napper has gone to Big Rapids. I'm here all by myself. I have not medicated. We've had good interactions this morning. I have prayed and asked for help with keeping my mouth firmly closed on anything that will cause any drama today. I know every single one of his trigger points. I just let him speak. It does not affect me. He is in charge of himself, and I have given him to God. He's not mine to work on. He's not a project for me to fix. People are not projects for us to fix. We can only fix ourselves. So, I think that might be it. Thanks for watching.